You can't even easily speak to a manager at FedEx Kinko's.
You gotta wait.
You gotta
Makes
wait.
him think going into the Vatican, you can talk to anybody.
A disgruntled tourist smashed two 2,000-year-old statues, busts,
They were ugly, huh? Yeah.
in the Vatican because he was denied a meeting with Pope Francis.
I think that's fine. If it's at the Catholic Church, I think it's fine. Anywhere else, we're not
But the Vatican is a beautiful fucking
okay. Oh, for sure.
You've been there, right?
I bet it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
2,000 years old.
Dude, the
Who was the
Vatican,
bust?
the Vatican in there, man, you feel like you're in heaven already. It's like just the way it's built, and like they got these fucking windows where the sunbeams come in, and you walk in here, the fucking the fucking dude walking around with the incense and shit. You're just
That's
like,
tight.
That's
it's
tight.
like fucking 50 feet worth of ceiling. You know, and you got marble floors that like looks like this, and then you got and you got these crazy ass statues. It's fucking majestic in there, man. You feel like you need to be on your best behavior.
So you'd be pretty pissed at someone that busted up 2 statues, right?
I'm not even Catholic, and when I go in there, I go, dude, fucking respect.
But you know how many people got, you know what I'm talking about there?
I don't know how they could even do it.
But he wasn't even fighting for that.
Because I was thinking about
He was
that.
just being a brat.
Yeah. That's true. He was being a brat.
Yeah, what if he was fighting for that? What if he was fighting against...
Yeah.
Then-
And that's why he wanted to talk to Pope
But that's how
Charles.
you fight for it?
Well, it's a start.
Is it? What do you do next?
You really needed to go like confront the man.
That's how they
you know?
fought. That's how they fought when they didn't like Robert E. Lee statues.
What if it was an accident?
My uncle?
What if he like slipped and bumped and hit both?
It wasn't an accident.
It's because the marble floors.
Those things are heavy, man. You gotta push those things over.
And there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
He smashed 2 of them.
He like leaned on it, was like, oh, and it slipped and hit
Like they
2.
basically would go, "You did 4,000 years worth of damage."
8 parts.
Had it.
You have, you know, a sizable following on social media and all kinds of stuff. Why, when you were at the Vatican, didn't you walk up to the Vatican's Chiaramonte Museum and say, like, I'd like to speak to the Pope, please?
I did not.
Yeah.
That was an option.
Oh, this guy was just a walk-in, and he just like straight up demanded to see him.
He just walked in, bro. He's a fucking tourist. He walks in. He's visiting the Chiaramonte Museum, and he like pulls a guy aside. He's like, "Yes, I'd like to speak with the Pope, please." And then they're like, yeah, no. And then he's like, oh, really, huh? And then he starts fucking up this ancient
What a
bust.
loser.
You can't even easily speak to a manager at FedEx Kinko's.
You gotta wait.
You gotta
Makes
wait.
him think going into the Vatican, you can talk to anybody.
The inside is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in.
Well, it better be for how much we fucking give to the collection dish, dude.
Yeah.
We
Exactly. We're all Catholic.
It's
a little
pretty
bit.
epic and nuts in there.
I was raised Catholic. It was fucking wild.
How much money do you think you've given the Catholic Church in your
Me?
lifetime? Yeah.
0. My family? Wild.
How much? What do you think?
Wild. Fucking, how much money is there in the fucking Federal Reserve? You know, watching my grandma and my mom, and like, it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, and like, I'm like, when I was a kid, like, getting groceries was a big deal with 4 kids. So like,
Oh, yeah.
it was wild. Yeah, but then like, seeing my mom just dropping fucking cash money and
Like during when they pass the tray around.
yeah.
Was it just a chair? Were they doing that thing where like 10% of your salary or some shit like automatically?
The tithe? No, we didn't do that shit.
Oh yeah, the tithe.
No.
Just like a sweepstakes amount?
Yeah, it was a sweepstakes.
Fuck, dude. Well, I mean, rather than spend the money on groceries, why not spend the money for Jesus to feed the children?
Apparently, but I phone. I think I know what he was feeding him. He was feeding him.
yeah. I was waiting for somebody to do it.
Is that Hebrew for barley?
I was pointing to Anthony, and he didn't even do it. Thank you.
Listen, JK glossary. We can't say certain words, or else the YouTube thing messes with us. So instead of saying things like grape, we say.
Yeah.
Starting today.
It's a little bit nicer than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right.
'Cause that means like that sounds like I did it fast.
That sounds like you like it.
Yeah, I just got it done.
Or that you liked it.
Yeah.
That sounds more consensual.
Yeah. Whereas it sounds slower, more methodical.
Yeah.
That's what Bart's getting at.
JK glossary.
So what is like a punishment for a person who goes in and like destroys like 4,000 years.
He has to be the new statue. They gotta fucking dip the dude in wax.
And isn't the Vatican City? It's its own country, right? So they probably have their own rules. They could probably lock his ass up.
They could probably
Yeah.
assassinate his ass.
So he wasn't turned over to the Vatican police, which would have been sick. He was turned over to the Italian police.
The town police?
Italian police.
Oh, the Italian.
Just to get pizza and stuff.
No one knows what the tourists wanted to talk with the Pope about.
They didn't ask.
But, and I think this is a little bit sad state of our world. Many people have questioned his mental health.
Oh god.
That has nothing to do with it. Okay?
Nothing.
Nothing to do with it. Just don't suppose that kind of shit. That's fucked up.
But what if he like woke up one day or like he got like a message from God and he's like, I have to go fucking speak to the Pope because like, you know, that shit used to happen. It doesn't happen anymore because, you know, there's like order and structure in religion now. But back then,
And cynicism.
right? Back then, people used to just get fucking messages from God.
Yeah, you could get a vision and then need to report it.
But if you get it now, you're called a fucking nut house.
Yeah, that's true.
What if people are getting visions from God now and then God's like, man, dude, everyone's so fucking goddamn.
Picking the wrong dude.
God damn. You use
People are
this
so
goddamn.
sarcastic.
God's like, God damn it.
Yeah, who do you? If you get a vision from God, who do you talk to about?
That's what I'm saying. Don't you like? Wouldn't you be like, fuck? I need to go see the Pope.
I need to see the highest level. I need
Well,
to
don't
see
you
the
start with
fucking top
the
dog, top
regular
G.
fucking priests? Like you don't have to go straight to the, cause like you got your mayor, right? You got your senator, whatever.
Gotta go
You
up the
don't-
chain of command.
Yeah, you don't go straight to the president.
Sometimes you got to go straight to the source. If you got a message from God, that's
he's
already
like-
higher up. That's already above the mayor's pay grade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What if it's some serious
I think
stuff?
God would be a little bit more strategic than to put a message with that person.
you think he's tripping for putting two giant monuments that are breakable right in front of everybody? You know what I mean?
Does that mean the Vatican needs to do fucking mental health checks before they just let people walk in?
With a COVID Q-tip.
We might be there. Have you guys heard about the kids who say that they saw Mary Magdalene? Like they say that she
In the
visited
flesh?
them. They all had the same dream. They all like sleeping. They all had the same fucking dream.
Like they were all sleeping in different places around the world at the same time.
No, in the same place in Portugal.
Whoa!
Okay, which is a very lovely place to visit.
It was an apparition.
Lisbon is very nice.
I mean, I think that'd be impressive if none of them have ever heard of Mary Magdalene.
So they
Or met each
had
other.
but so it's all like the same in the same village, right? They're tending to a flock of sheep outside this village.
No, tending to sheep is like right in that biblical.
Yeah.
Right? Sounds like they're
It
falling
feels
asleep.
good already.
Sounds like they're
Jason.
falling asleep. They saw an angel. The angel was transparent, and it was shining like a crystal. And then they say their names are Lucia, Jacinta, and Francisco, and they were like 9 years old, 6 years old, and 7 years old. They were stunned, and then the angel says, "Don't be afraid. I'm an angel of peace. Pray with me." And then the angel said that there's going to be visions coming to you, and they started seeing the Virgin Mary as a lady dressed in white, shining brighter than the sun, giving out rays of clear and intense light. She promised to come to the children on the 13th of each month. And then, dude, all this shit, the Vatican has, like, in their texts, what the kids were told from Mary. Like, Mary told them, like, 3 predictions about, like, the world or some shit. And, like, all 3 of them got inscribed and transcoded into, like, the Vatican archives and planted there. Like, the first 2, the Vatican released, or, like, the world released them. The third one, they didn't release it, but then they released it, like, fucking in 2008, it's like 12 or some shit. But they didn't, the people think that they fucked up, or that they lied about what Mary said in the third.
Really?
Yeah,
But were the first 2 right?
it's vague. That's kind of interesting.
What's the? Is there any more information like beyond that? Like, is there
There's something about 9/11, but
But it was like 2 years too late. Yeah. It was like
no, it was early, but it was like kind of vague. It's like, yeah, like something will happen in New York, and like, you know, next to the Statue of Liberty, like they're gonna get hit with planes. They didn't say what type of planes.
See, that's what's cool. I like people who have visions of shit they didn't, that don't already exist. Like,
Yeah.
that's dope.
Right?
Or do something impressive. Like, tell the fucking Deal or No Deal contestant. Which suitcase has the fucking
Oh my god, that'd be so.
something that's easily.
I like it when the white ladies wake up and they speak Chinese all of a sudden. That's pretty cool.
Bro, when I was in fucking Prayer Warriors, and I was like
Prayer warriors.
Yeah, I would do like weekly meets with people who had gifts of God. So they
Yeah.
would like do the like one of them. It's like fucking X-Men like wannabes, and then they'll just like one lady had the power of like she would close her eyes, then you put a pencil in her hand and a paper, and then she would just write what God's saying, and she was just like frantically writing, and it was like cursive shit, and then she would read it out to the group, and it would be like, "Thine is thy thee, thy thou," like all those types of vernacular.
Yeah,
and then,
thy thou.
well, it's not like literal, the
Okay.
vernacular.
Yeah.
So she writes like that, and one other girl goes, "God still talk like that?"
Good question. You think he'd update his wording, you know? NIV and shit, you know?
It was really funny. So
That's fucking good.
started to fall apart at that point for me.